Hi, I'm Chris and we are JCD. In this week's episode, I head back to the luxury hotels to meet our 5 new cleaning staff. I'm up in the city for 2 days for a finance training course, and I finally unveil our brand new drainage van for grey water drainage. Let's roll the footage. What is happening, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of We Are JCD. Let's try and turn them lights on for you so you can see my face. Do you reckon it's morning or evening? It's actually the evening. What did I get up to today? I was down at HQ early this morning, spent the majority of the morning down there just catching up with some bits and pieces I need to do. I'm doing some strategic stuff at the moment, just getting a few documents in place that I need to get in place and just having a freshen up of a few bits. I did have a drainage call out. I had a call from a customer. Their own office toilet was blocked, so I wasn't going to do any drainage today, but I made the exception because they are a customer of ours and it was the only toilet in the building. So I went and done that. I'll get Adam to put a picture up on the screen. I didn't film that because I have a busy evening. We have 2 new contracts starting on the 1st of next month. Today I'm going to do the initial TUPE consultations at both sites. It's 4 cleaners across 2 sites, bars and leisure centres that we're doing within the hotel area. So it's like the leisure industry, which we have a little bit of experience in. So I'm going to take the drive down there. It's down in East Sussex. It's going to take me about an hour and a bit to get down there, and I'll take you guys round when I'm there. Let's get going to East Sussex. See you later.
The shower heads and the vents.
Okay, perfect.
The hand wash or we scrub the hallway.
With the brush, with that broom you showed me?
With a broom and with Meadow Fresh.
Do you think a machine would be easier?
Well, what I got told with this machine was that it was big and heavy and cumbersome.
What if I get you a nice easy one to use?
But if there was an easy one that made it look better than us scrubbing it by hand, then yes, that would be good. We've got the showers. We scrub the whole of the poolside. So we pull all the beds out and we hoover all behind the beds. Steam room, top to bottom.
So we've just had our initial TUPE consultation with the 2 ladies that are here. Apparently there are actually 4 people here. So because they work 7 days a week, they actually do a rota. With this particular company, I'm not going to mention who they are, I have sent several requests for the TUPE information, but unfortunately they are not forthcoming. And to be honest with you, the reason the customer is changing here is not because of standards, it is because a lack of communication from this particular cleaning company. Look, I'm not here to judge anyone, no one's perfect, and you never know what's going on in the background, but always try and reply to your clients, even if it's to say, look, we're not interested in the role anymore. So I've had a chat with the ladies, all going well here, had a wander around, standards are actually pretty good, so we'll come back here next week, see the ladies, get all their paperwork signed on, and it sounds like they're going to join the JCD team, which is what we want. So I'm going to jump back in the car now and I'm going to head over to the other site because we have 2 of these hotels that we're going to be looking after. So let's get back in the Defender.
This is
Yep. Make it look presentable.
This is the steam room.
Yep.
We use a product called Formula E here, and we just give it a really nice scrub down and then we rinse it off.
You've got wet pickup. Do you use that?
Yes, so after I've scrubbed the floor,
You vacuum it?
yes, I vacuum it.
Okay, so it's wet pickups, general chemicals, brushes, fine. Okay,
Yeah.
no problem. So we have just met the young gentleman that works at this particular hotel. We've had a look. Obviously this one is a little bit smaller than the other one, and the young gentleman that works here has been working on his own for some time, although there should be 2 of them. There should be 2 staff here, but there's only been 1. Now he is covering the extra hours apparently, but the problem with that is it's just, you know, if you're trying to cover a contract where there should be 2 people with just 1 of you, even if you are trying to do extra hours, you're probably rushing around more than you should be. So we'll get going with the recruitment of this one. The problem with, again, these types of contracts is this is a relatively affluent area, and you know we've put an increase in for the staff on both of these hotels, but you know they're on like just under £10 an hour. It's in the middle of nowhere. It's an hour and a half. You're just not, you know, customers. We've obviously had a good conversation with this particular customer. You're going to struggle to find staff in areas like this in the countryside to do an hour and a half and £9 an hour. You know, it's not going to happen. £18 to come in, you know, drive here, drive back. I always think to myself, I put myself in the scenario, would I do it? So yeah, hopefully we'll get someone there to help young William that is here get going, so he doesn't have to do as many hours. So yeah, it's now nearly 11 o'clock. I'm going to jump back in the car and get down to Kent. It's about an hour and 10-minute drive really from here, not too far. We've got contracts that are further. So yeah, that wraps up today. Tomorrow I've got to get up early and go and do a drainage job in the morning, and then I am at HQ early in the morning. As I mentioned earlier, I've got some bits and pieces that we're trying to do strategically for both businesses, and now that I have someone coming on the drainage, that should free me up to get more contracts like these 2 hotels. So that wraps up Monday. I'll see you guys bright and early on the drainage van, and then we are at HQ with Sandeep and Sharon discussing strategy. And I've got a few other bits that I'm going to chat with you guys about, because I actually went into Peugeot today, but I'll tell you more about that tomorrow. So good night, see you in the morning. Good morning team JCD. It's Tuesday, 6:30, well quarter to 7. Got an early drainage job local to the office. I couldn't make it there yesterday, so I said to the guy that I would get here nice and early today. So early start, 5 hours sleep. I didn't get back till about 1 o'clock last night, because as with always when you drive up the M25 at night, usually there are junctions closed so they can do some work. But anyway, so I've just got here. Once I've done this one, I'm local to HQ, so I'm going to head there, and this morning I'm having a strategic catch up with Sandeep. But first, we've got to get this one done, so let's go and knock and see what's going on. All the drains at the front seem to be okay, so we'll head around the back. That one's now finished. I turned you guys off because sometimes on the job you just need to concentrate. The problem with this particular job is the access was quite poor. There was a couple of chambers that were buried that I couldn't get to, and I had to access it from the gully. But see that ball of face wipes apparently from the daughter. So that's all done now. Get rid of that. Took a little bit longer than I imagined, but it's all free flowing and good to go. So I'm going to pack up and then we're going to get down to JCD HQ. I've been at JCD HQ with Sandeep and Sharon. Productive morning. I've had a customer call me. I'll be honest with you. This customer had an appointment arranged. They're only local to us and I've done some work with them before. But they've moved address, and I wrote the address on a piece of paper in the office and then I misplaced it. So I was meant to be there at 10:30, it's now 12, but the lady called me and I told her the story and she was very forgiving. So I've just got here. I think these guys want a one-off deep clean with a view of maybe making it a regular thing. So I've just parked the tanker up because I'm in the tanker today, and I'm just arrived there. So we'll give the guys a knock, we'll go from there. Right, let's check in and see what we can do for this one. Hi there, it's Chris from JCD Cleaning. I've come to do some pricing. we're in. Again, just single, fine, no problem. Oh, restroom. Yep.
Okay.
Yes,
so
I mean it's relatively simple in terms of what you need done. To be fair,
and
yeah,
hoovering.
nothing too technical. Okay, all I need is your email address. So we've had a look around that one. Nice and simple. Just an office basically. They just want to have a good clean. They've got a cleaner that does it apparently, but it's part of their rental agreement, which is unusual to be fair. Don't really hear that much. But apparently he's not very productive, so I'm told. So they just want to give the office a deep clean, and they're probably going to have it done at regular intervals. So yeah, I'll get a quote over to the lady as soon as. I'll do that when I get back to HQ. I'm going to jump back in the tanker now, and I'll update you guys a little bit later when I'm at HQ. So we finished down at JCD HQ. It's late afternoon now. Well, I say late afternoon, it's early afternoon. It's about, I'll try and turn the heat off. It's about 3 o'clock now. We discussed some strategy, which is good. We've got some bits and pieces going on in the background for the cleaning company, JCD. So yeah, it's all go. I went to Peugeot yesterday. The guy turned white as a ghost when I turned up, because I turned up out of the blue without an appointment to see what is happening with our van. So I see it, it's still there. And interestingly enough, they gave me the key because I had to get some stuff out. The van's turning over, like starting. I don't know. What do I know? I'm not a mechanic. But anyway, so I've had a chat with the manager on site about the price of the repair. And we've managed to work out a little bit about that. So I've gave them the nod to do the repair. But I'm speaking with a guy. He reckons, in his experience, it's going to take months to do, which is not what I want to hear. But I think we're just going to have to bite the bullet with it, to be honest. I gave them the nod to do that, so they're going to get going with that. So that's all approved. So we'll just have to wait and see. But in the meantime, I need to get things going because we have a new starter. So today, we have a new van, which is another drainage van. So it has a new jetter on the back, which is inside, similar to the one we've got, but slightly different company. So yeah, we're gonna have to get this one sign written up and then get it out on the road, because I say we can't wait the time that they're saying we're gonna have to wait for the new van. For the van to be fixed, because we've got new starters. Now I can't keep spending the amount of time that I am on the drainage. So yeah, it's all go, which I'm pleased we've got resolved finally. Now it's just a bit of a waiting game for when we can get our van back. So yeah, progress, which is what we want. So I've got to head off now. I've got a few bits to do. Tomorrow I am actually in London, and a couple of weeks ago I made a mistake with a date for a training course that I'm going on. That date is tomorrow. Hopefully I got it right this time. So I'm going to head up to the city. I've got 2 days up there, which is not ideal really, because the drainage is really busy, but you know, it's got to be done. So yeah, let's jump back in. Tanker, bloody thing, glad to get rid of this. Jump in the tanker and then we'll head over to where I've got to go next, which is over in Alresford. Let's roll. Yes gang, we are at Guildford HQ. To be honest, it's been a productive day. Had a few bits of drainage come in, which I managed to put back to the end of this week. As I mentioned, I'm on a training course tomorrow and Thursday. So when I got back here this afternoon, I have cleared out the tanker, because now we have another van. I'm going to give this a rest and put most of the drainage kit into the tanker, ready for our new guy Mitchell to start, because this, you know, it's good to be out in it day to day, but I don't really like doing the miles that I'm doing in this particular unit. So we're going to revert back to the other one. So I thought, while I've got it here, I'm going to take everything out of it, give it a clean inside, chuck any rubbish and any bits and pieces that are everywhere, and just make it nice and fresh, ready for when it gets used again, hopefully occasionally by me. Good productive day today. As I say, tomorrow I am on a training course, a finance training course for directors and CEOs. So I'm really looking forward to that. The guy actually connected with me on LinkedIn. He looks like he knows a little bit. I think he's actually a business coach and a non-exec as well. So I'd be interested to meet this guy tomorrow. I'm not going to have a wasted journey to London tomorrow, so I'll take you guys up to there and let you know what's going on. But that's going to wrap up Wednesday. I'm going to finish cleaning out the truck and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Yes, team. It's Wednesday and we are in London. Managed to drive all the way up here this time. Last time we come to here, wasted journey, I had to dump the car and jump on the train. But to be honest with you, it was relatively simple today. So I'm up in Tower Bridge today. I've got a training course on finance, something I feel I need to brush up on. So we're always trying to improve, and this is one way we do it, by personal development. So yeah, just got to the hotel, gonna head upstairs, and I'll give you guys a little bit of an update later on.
Doors closing. Upper floor, doors opening. Lift going up.
So we are just breaking for lunch on our training course. I haven't got any twin numbers yet, just looking at financial responsibility. Look at that for a scene. Why am I on this course? Because as we grow and develop, as both of our companies grow relatively rapidly, you're sitting with accountants and you're dealing with finance and different aspects of money. And to be honest with you, it's not an area that I'm well versed in. Do I know the basics of what a P&L and a balance sheet is? Yes. Do I comprehensively understand that if someone put it in front of me and said, well, this number's that, this number's this, I could question it? No. So I've took the option to do this 2K course. It's quite a senior course, which is good and what we're after. So yeah, there's been some useful bits of information. I'm actually on this for 2 days. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to do content-wise. I'll probably just give you guys an update later today and then maybe at the end of tomorrow, because it might be a little bit repetitive, me giving you an update of 2 days. But I'm here Wednesday and Thursday. And then Friday, we've got a few bits of drainage to catch up on, which is super busy at the moment. And we're starting to get some nice customers coming with that. So yeah, so I'm up in the city, as I say, just had some lunch. Some good guys on there, some really senior guys. There's a guy from a well-known online retail brand, and they've got stores as well, where you buy hardware from, that's responsible for an £80 million spend. Some of these guys one of them is a big housing association provider, so I'm going to have a chat with that lady about that, because you never know, there might be some similarities there with grey water drainage. So yeah, useful day so far. Say I'm up here all day, then I'll drive back this afternoon, but I'll keep you guys up to date of how it's going, and I'll check in with you a little bit later on. Look at that for a boat. That's awesome. Well, what's happening, team? Back at Guilfoyle HQ. God, I couldn't go back to driving up to London to and from every day. Bloody nightmare. And by the time I went, it was like rush hour to get there. At the time I needed to, 8:30. They were hoping to get us away by sort of 4, but we finished at 4:45, so I hit all the traffic all the way home. Reminds me of the days I used to have to travel up to the city. A useful afternoon and day altogether, really. I'm back there tomorrow to do some more in-depth stuff. We looked at balance sheets, P&L, cash flow forecast. And yeah, it was a useful day. We've got another day tomorrow, so I'll update you guys around lunchtime around what is going on with that. To be honest with you, I'm going to have to work Saturday this weekend, because obviously this is the problem I'm having at the moment, being in the business. Where I'm where I need days out of the office to manage JCD stuff, which is not hands-on, but it's more commercial-minded stuff, backs up all the drainage, which is ironic, really. So I'm going to have to go out and do a few bits and pieces Saturday just to make up for the days that I haven't done this week. But say, roll on early part of next month, where we can get a drainage engineer on board, and I can go out and do what I need to do. So a useful day, productive day, investing in that personal development. So that's going to wrap up Wednesday, guys. I will see you at some point tomorrow, where I'll tell you how I got on with the rest of our finance course. Catch you guys in a bit. I'm out. Yes, gangs. From Friday morning, I am down at JCD HQ. It is 10 to 8 at the moment, or there or thereabouts. Good couple of days yesterday, and Wednesday spent on a finance course. Useful stuff learned. It's just, as we grow bigger, you just want to make sure that you're keeping an eye on all the right numbers and making sure you understand those numbers, more importantly. So that's what those couple of days was. Today is my daughter's birthday. Happy birthday to my youngest daughter. So there's not going to be too much going on today. I'll be honest with you, obviously we've had a couple of days on this finance course, and then obviously today, which is going to be a relaxed day, I'm a little bit behind with some drainage work, so I'm going to actually have to work all day tomorrow, which, necessary evil sometimes, especially if you're taking time off in the middle of the week. We've got a van downstairs, new van, drainage van. I mentioned that it arrived early part of the week. We just took a quick decision with that. It's not a Re-Ed van, so sorry to the guys at Re-Ed. We went with a company that's not too far away from us actually, and they hold stock. So I ordered it. It was basically ready to go. So that was nice and quick and easy, and it's good to know that that can happen. Hopefully we're not going to be in another event where we need to do that. I've signed off the cost for Peugeot, just under 7k after some back and forward. We could have gone and got a new van, took the jetter out, but to be honest with you, that van's nearly paid for. So and it's only done 50,000 miles, so I didn't really want to go along the lines of sort of taking the jetter out and getting a new van. So yeah, I'll take you downstairs. Let's go and have a look at this new jetting van. Really nice van, not a Peugeot obviously, we won't buy them from them again after the way they dealt with that, brand loyalty and all that. They've been ultra slow, not that responsive. It's been a battle to get anything out of them, so we won't be having any Peugeots in the fleet again, which is a shame, because actually we've had 4 or 5 Peugeots in the time we've had our business. But hey, so mind you, saying that, that's a Renault, so it's probably the same. It's probably the same engine. But yeah. So we'll get that van sign written. I've got to get some racking in the back, which I'm arranging, and then yeah, we'll get that going and get it back out, because obviously we've got Mitchell starting on the 5th. I have actually got a ton of drainage work on at the moment. That's really picking up, and I'm looking forward to being able to get Mitchell started, spend a week with him, get him going on his own, and then be able to get back to pushing both businesses with some more growth. We've got obviously our contract starting on the 1st with the 2 hotels. That's all going well. So yeah, all is good in the JCD hood. Right, I'm going to go and pay some checks in, and then I'm going to get back and spend some time with my daughter for her birthday. She wants to go swimming, so that's what we're going to do, because that's what you do on children's birthday. They rule the roost, as they do most days. So let's jump in the car, go to the bank, and then we're going to go home, spend some time with the little one. So it's Saturday morning, but actually it's not Saturday, it's a couple of weeks after. This particular day I had a drainage job for a care home provider, which is actually a pig of a job. We had to take the toilet off and access the manhole from the toilet end, because I couldn't see where this particular run was going, because the building was actually massive. I thought I had sent the footage over to Adam, and I formatted our SD card the next day, deleting the Saturday, because it wasn't in the files that I sent over. So apologies for that, but those of you that are keen viewers will see the job that I've been to. I will reference it back, because I need to do another visit on that job. And there was a couple of other drainage bits and pieces that I'd done that particular day. So I'm apologising to you guys that I deleted and formatted that card, but it's a lesson learned, and we won't be making that mistake again. So that wraps up this week's episode. As always, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Our subscriber base is going up nice and quickly. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for checking in, and I'll see you in next week's episode where I won't be formatting any cards.